Welcome to Oregon Hot Rod.
Welcome to the Oregon Hot Rod Experience, where we're going to share information with you. We're going to show you our successes and our failures, our mistakes and our solutions. We'll go on adventures. We're going to build cars. We'll do shop projects, and we'll do a whole bunch more. But most of all, we're going to entertain you with reality and stupidity. So subscribe now and continue to watch the Oregon Hot Rod Experience.
Smash that like button and subscribe now.
Yeah, subscribe now.
Hey, what's up everybody? It's Zach here. Another episode of Oregon Hot Rod, Trip to the Gambler 500 video log. We're going to show you where we left off last week. We got the coilover suspension jacked up as high as it'll go. Decided that probably not going to work. It's a super uncomfortable ride right now. So we've got the OEM suspension sitting here that I pulled out of my other Golf, which you guys will see in a minute. And then we're going to install this OEM suspension, see what we've got. Right now we only got about 2 inches in the rear on the struts right there. And then we've got about 1.5 inches up here on the front. So we've only got a little bit of room. We're going to try and see if we can make this OEM suspension do a little bit better. And hopefully it'll give us a little bit better ride height too. Because what we got right now is, this thing is stiff as all heck. Just backing it up 5 minutes into the driveway was terrible. So, and then also struts out of here, so we couldn't get the other ones out. So we're going to take and pop struts out the top. Strut out the top. This is my other Volkswagen. More on this later to come. But anywho, we got this thing jacked up already. I'm jumping the gun. But look at this. I haven't touched this car in so long. It's been sitting underneath of here. There's giant stacks of cobwebs growing. Oh, I need to get to work on this car. But through taking apart the Jetta today and working on it, I figured out that my engine is almost falling out of the bottom of this car because there's no bumper bolts in the front cross member. And so then the engine mount is just sitting there. So we're gonna get this thing jacked all up, put some jack stands underneath of it, jack up the engine, put this bolt back in there, thread everything in, make sure that this engine's actually fixed in here. Even though I don't have a front bumper bar on it right this second, I have one sitting outside we're gonna throw on it. So we're gonna get the struts out of this thing, we're gonna get this thing jacked up, we're gonna get this thing fixed up, we're gonna start making some progress. Alright, we got all 4 struts out of the Golf, ready to go into the Jetta. Look at those things, they're so beautiful. Those things, how much higher do you think those things are gonna get that thing?
Safety tabs right here that hook into the back of the seat panel. We also had to disconnect those little back ones inside here. You can see these little black ones down here on the bottom. These ones. Beautiful helio blue rotted out interior from years of water leaking. These paper door cards are just gross on the inside. So that's why this car ain't worth nothing but fun to destroy in the Gambler 500. So this is a trunk area. You can see the upper strut tower is right up in this area up there. So that's where we had to pull these shots from. We had to come in from the inside. Do have some cool speakers wired in here. It's all set up. We got some sub wiring in there, so we could throw the subs back in here and bump at the trunk on our trip. But this thing is going very, very well. Also, another quick show. You can see this door card here. This one's the worst out of all of them. This thing's just, it's paper. It's falling apart in here. That's why I decided to get rid of this car. You know, I really like Volkswagens, as you guys seen with my yellow one, but this thing just needs so much work, and I've already had a hard enough time trying to find a headliner for that one, so we might even cut the roof out of this thing, who knows. These stock struts are gonna squish down quite a bit when we put the load weight of the vehicle on there, but I did pick up some super cheap strut spring expressors that should hopefully allow us to stretch those springs back out to about factory ride height, or this height right here, and hopefully we'll get 3, that's our 3 inches right there. I mean, you can see it, guys, that is gonna be way better than what we had, so hopefully with those spring expanders and these factory struts, we might be sitting pretty for what we need. So hopefully we don't have to do no cutting and modding on the car other than just making it look cool. So that's kind of where we're starting. These will go in.
It's way more clearance. We're going to try and put some 24-inch tires on here. We'll get some 185, 75, 14-inch stone tires. They're going to look awesome. I'm going to grab it for you to show you what they look like sitting up against here. So we're going to show you some cool stuff coming up here real soon. We're actually going to probably cut these tires up. We've got a tire cutter. We've got a Van Alstyne tire cipher and hot knife. So we're going to hot knife the tread on these things. So that way we have some really aggressive mud tread with some really cheap 14-inch tires that we just had laying around. So it's going to be cool, guys. Don't forget, we also are going to paint this thing. I got about 20 cans of rattle can over there. We're going to deck this thing out. We're gonna make it look real cool. We got this roof rack we're gonna build in our next episode. We got a Yakima roof rack that's gonna go on top of here. We're gonna fix this metal rack. We got another over these metal racks. We're gonna build a full-on roof cage for this thing. It's gonna be awesome. So. So we're trying to record day 3 video, but as you can see, it is pouring down rain out here. Plus we got the awesome metal roof up here. It's gonna be terrible for audio, so we'll try and keep it short and sweet. We're gonna show you guys what it looks like when we put these green wheels on here. It's gonna be looking pretty amazing, so we'll keep you tuned.
All right, well today we've got the tires on the Volkswagen. Found out, doing some measurements and stuff, about the biggest tire that we could put on here was a 185, 75, 14. I guess it's just about a finger of clearance when we're done.
Here we go, folks. We're going to put these amazing white wall tires on this side. We already got them mounted up on the other side. Then we're going to take this thing, see if it clears a little bit. Might even rally it around.
Quick things here I wanted to show you guys real quick. Clearance on these tires, if you can look back here, I've got just barely a finger in there.
Perfect.
Let's see. Same way on the front.
The big thing is that these tires got to clear the strut right here. So if these tires are too large, you'll have clearance issues on the strut. The body we could cut away or clip away or hammer away, but it's this strut that we cannot hit right here, both in the rear and in the front. So
Front, same thing. Got just a finger of clearance. That gives us just enough. I mean, we could have went just a little bit closer, but if we get any rock or anything in there, then we're going to have some problems and tear up the tire or whatever. So this is just perfect for us.
it's gonna be awesome. And God, those white walls look good. And because we rounded up some factory 14-inch Volkswagen wheels, our awesome factory hubcaps that we'll probably paint up in the near future, snap right on. Look at that. Amazing. Ugh, yeah, definitely gonna paint those guys up, sand them things down. Yeah, that one's just barely setting on there. We'll have to do something to get them things on there. Put some glue.
As you can see, this got us up to that 4 inches or more of rise that we wanted. Also, with the spring spacers put in, that stiffened us up just enough to where we got a good ride out of it over the terrain we was running, and it worked great.
Show them how the suspension travel is now compared to before. So if you guys remember the video last week, look at that. Now we actually have some suspension travel. We got a little bit of lift. This thing's gonna ride sweet. Those are just factory springs on there. We even got some spring helpers we're gonna put on it that'll help take out a little bit of the squash in the factory springs and should even give us about another inch or so of lift. So we'll see what that looks like when we get those things on there. We're gonna keep you guys updated with a lot of the updates on this thing. We're gonna try and shell out a little bit more video for you. So hopefully you guys stay tuned, subscribe, keep following. Check out OregonHotRod.com, our Facebook page at OregonHotRod.com. Thank you.
So keep watching, learn a couple of things, watch us tear some shit up, or stuff up, excuse me. And
Smash that like button and subscribe now.
yeah, subscribe now.
Like OregonHotRod.com.
And for years,
Bitch.
didn't know what had happened because they still